Hello, history buffs and lovers of quirky tales. Today, we're diving into a story that's so wonderfully uneventful, it's actually remarkable. Forget dramatic holiday movie plots. This is real life, and it's way better. We're traveling back to Christmas of 1952 to a small, picturesque town nestled in the heart of Ohio. Let's call it Harmony Creek, a place where everyone knew everyone, and community spirit was the town's most valuable asset. Like many towns back then, Harmony Creek had a beloved annual tradition, the community Christmas celebration. It was held in the town hall, a charming old building decorated to the nines with tinsel, handmade ornaments, and a giant, fragrant pine tree that touched the ceiling. The highlight of the evening was the community gift exchange. Throughout the year, residents would sign up, listing a small gift suggestion for themselves. A secret committee would then assign names, ensuring everyone got a thoughtful present. It was a beautiful system that had worked flawlessly for decades. Until 1952, that year, the organizing committee was headed by the ever-reliable Mrs. Gable. She was known for her meticulous planning and her even more famous sugar cookies. But 1952 brought a new challenge. Her usual team of volunteers was smaller than usual, struck down by a winter flu. So, Mrs. Gable found herself working late into the night, single-handedly attaching handwritten name tags to dozens of brightly wrapped packages. The gifts were all stacked neatly under the tree, a colorful mountain of holiday cheer. There were hand-knitted scarves, popular novels, gardening tools, and of course a surprising number of fruitcakes. It seemed fruitcake was the go-to gift when you weren't quite sure what to get. The night of the celebration arrived. The town hall was buzzing with excitement. The air smelled of pine, hot cocoa, and Mrs. Gable's cookies. After a round of carols led by the school choir, the moment everyone was waiting for finally came. The town mayor, a jolly man with a booming laugh, began calling out names. One by one, residents came forward to claim their presents. Little Timmy, who had hinted for a new model airplane, received a copy of Pride and Prejudice. Old Mr. Abernethy, a retired librarian who'd hoped for some new gardening gloves, unwrapped a vibrant, rainbow-striped scarf clearly meant for a much younger, more flamboyant person. Across the room, similar scenes were unfolding. Mrs. Gable herself, who was supposed to receive a new cookbook, ended up with a small box of fishing lures. Farmer McGregor, a man who famously disliked sweets, stared down at not one, but 3 different fruitcakes. For a few moments, the hall was filled with a strange, quiet hum of confusion. People looked at their gifts, then at their neighbors, their faces a mixture of surprise and polite bewilderment. You could almost see the thought bubbles above their heads. Did I ask for this? Is this a joke? Who on earth thinks I need more fruitcake? This was the critical moment. In a movie, this is where the drama would erupt. Accusations would fly, feelings would be hurt, and Christmas would be on the brink of ruin. But this wasn't a movie. This was Harmony Creek, Ohio, in 1952. After a few seconds of silent puzzlement, Mr. Abernethy, holding the rainbow scarf, caught the eye of Sally, a teenager who was looking forlornly at a pair of oversized gardening gloves. He chuckled softly. "Young lady," he said, his voice gentle, "I have a suspicion this might belong to you." Sally's face lit up. "And I think these are yours, Mr. Abernethy." A simple exchange was made. And just like that, a chain reaction of kindness began. Someone called out, "Who got the fishing lures?" "I think they were meant for my husband." Another person laughed and shouted, "I've got Pride and Prejudice over here, but I was hoping for the model plane." The initial quiet confusion morphed into a lively, cooperative marketplace of presents. People began to wander around the room, holding up their unintended gifts, calling out descriptions. "Got a lovely blue scarf here. Anyone missing a book on advanced botany? I have 3 fruitcakes. Seriously, anyone?" It turned into a sort of game. The room, which could have been filled with tension, was instead filled with laughter and good-natured chatter. It was a puzzle the entire town had to solve together. The mayor, seeing the chaos unfold, just stood by the tree, a wide grin on his face. He watched as his community, faced with a mix-up, didn't complain or get upset. They just fixed it, politely, calmly. Mrs. Gable, initially mortified, soon realized what was happening. Her mistake hadn't ruined Christmas. It had accidentally created a brand new interactive holiday activity. People weren't just receiving gifts. They were connecting, talking, and helping each other. She saw neighbors who rarely spoke now laughing together as they traded a book for a bottle of homemade jam. The children thought it was the best part of the night, a giant treasure hunt for their real presents. It took about 20 minutes for everyone to sort out the gifts. Miraculously, every single present found its rightful owner. Well, almost. Farmer McGregor, despite his best efforts, was still left with one extra fruitcake. In a gesture of goodwill, he presented it to the mayor, who accepted it with a theatrical bow, declaring it the official fruitcake of the Great Gift Mix-Up. The event didn't become a scandal. There were no arguments, no hurt feelings, no drama whatsoever. Instead, it became a beloved piece of local folklore. The story teaches us something profound about how we react to problems. It's a reminder that a potential disaster can be diffused with a bit of patience, a sense of humor, and a willingness to work together. The people of Harmony Creek didn't see a problem. They saw a puzzle to solve as a team. They chose connection over conflict. Years later, when the children of 1952 were adults, they'd tell their own kids about that night. They wouldn't talk about the gifts they received, but about the fun they had finding them. They'd remember the sound of laughter filling the town hall and the sight of their parents and neighbors cooperating with smiles on their faces. The legend of the mildly confusing Christmas became a testament to the town's character, a story of simple, unpretentious grace. And Mrs. Gable? She was forgiven instantly, of course. In fact, some people jokingly suggested they should mix up the labels on purpose every year, just for the fun of it. She politely declined, but continued to organize the gift exchange for another 20 years, albeit with a few extra volunteers to double-check the tags. The incident of 1952 became her favorite story, a happy accident that perfectly captured the spirit of her wonderful, slightly confusing, and incredibly kind little town. So, the next time something goes a little wrong during the holidays, maybe we can all take a page from Harmony Creek's book? Instead of frustration, maybe we can find a little laughter. Instead of drama, maybe we can find a way to connect and help each other sort things out. Because sometimes the best memories aren't made when things go perfectly, but when they go a little bit sideways and we handle it with grace and a good heart. Thanks so much for watching and sharing this little slice of history with me. If you enjoyed this story, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more Tailies from the past. Let me know in the comments if your town has any quirky holiday stories of its own. I'd love to hear them. Until next time, stay curious.